very good evening to you. Many thanks for joining us tonight on the broadcast. This is Weekend Live, where we keep informed on everything that is happening in the country and across our borders. Before getting into that, let's take a look at stories making headlines tonight. Kiambu nominated member of County Assembly Ezra Kabuga Kihara tragically dies in a road accident along the Thika Superhighway. President William Ruto applauds the Haiti mission in bolstering peace in the region despite its unpopularity among Kenyans. Leaders allied to DP Gachagua insist that if the looming Gachagua's impeachment sees the break of day in Parliament, then it shall be President Ruto's own doing. And in agribusiness tonight, angry Gishugu tea farmers take it to the street protesting against the Kimunye tea factory payment of 51 shillings per kilogram, deeming it inadequate.
This is Weekend Live with Anyango, Sylvia.
That's right, and our sign language interpreter tonight is Lucy Kiari. Remember, Weekend Live is also live on YouTube at KUTVNEWS Kenya, and you can send us your feedback, engage with us on X at KUTV_Kenya at Anyango Sylvia KE. We begin. Kiambu nominated member of County Assembly Ezra Kabuga Kihara has today tragically died in a road accident along the Thika Superhighway. Ezra was a certified accountant and nominated MCA representing the youth in the Kiambu County Assembly. Here is more. Earlier today, Ezra Kabuga Kihara, 34 years of age, a nominated member of Kiambu County Assembly, has died following a tragic road accident. According to Juja Sub-County Police Commander Michael Mora, the accident occurred today at about 6 a.m. opposite Mangu High School along Thika Superhighway. Kihara, who was driving his Subaru Forester from Juja towards Thika, ran into the rear of an Isuzu lorry which was in motion. Due to the impact, he died on the spot. His vehicle, which later caught fire, was extinguished by other road users. His body was taken to Monzuna Mona Lisa Funeral Home in Kabati, Murang'a County, while the wreckage of both vehicles was towed to Juja Police Station. Ezra, a father of 3, 2 girls and a boy, was a certified accountant and was nominated by UDA party to represent youth in the County Assembly of Kiambu. Members of the Kiambu County Assembly rushed to the funeral home in Kabati, Murang'a County upon hearing the news of Kihara's passing earlier today. Led by Kiamwangi Ward MCA Kumu Smart, Ezra was described as a dedicated member of the Assembly whose future in politics was promising and will be remembered as a colleague well-versed in budget matters.
Ni kweli Mheshimiwa Ezra ametuacha, na niseme sisi kama viongozi na sisi kama watu wa Kiambu tumepoteza kiongozi ambaye alikuwa mzuri sana. Kiongozi alikuwa ni mtu wa watu na mtu anapenda watu.
Alikuwa MC mwenye kamati ya budget, alikuwa anatusaidia sana kufanya hesabu, tena alikuwa MCA wa ICT mwenye alikuwa anatusaidia sana katika county kumigrate kutoka manual collection to digital collection of revenue.
Members of St. Benedict Catholic Church Ngoingwa in Thika, where Ezra was a youth leader, also mourned his passing, terming him to be a faithful and dedicated chair of the Young Catholic Adults YCA in the church.
Sisi kwetu kanisani, kiwa mwanasiasa hatukupatiangi cheo ingine kwa kanisa. Lakini Ezra alikuwa anaenda overboard. Wakati kuna jambo lolote kwa kanisa, Ezra ungemuona akisafu. Alikuwa like a permanent usher kwa kanisa. Kwa mlango, kwa kulinda mlango, kwa kulinda kila kitu, Ezra ndiye atakuwa anatusaidia.
Kiambu Governor Kimani Wamatangi, on the other hand, took to the social media to express his sorrow. He described Kabuga as a vibrant and promising young leader whose commitment to serving the people of Kiambu was evident in every aspect of his work. Anyango, Sylvia, KUTV. May his soul rest in peace. Now shifting gears to policies, President William Ruto has called on the global community to support the Kenyan-led multinational security support mission in Haiti. Speaking during his visit to Port-au-Prince, the president emphasized the need for resources and collaboration to restore peace and stability in the Caribbean nation. Listen in.
The question on compensation of military personnel in Haiti continues to cause confusion, particularly in which measure in practice should be used to ensure the injured and the dead are catered for in case of any emergency. President William Ruto, during his visit to Port-au-Prince, Haiti, has urged the international community to provide critical resources, including personnel, equipment, and logistics to fast-track the objectives of the Kenyan-led multinational security support mission.
I came here specifically to know about your progress so that friends and partners and many other people who believe in stability and peace can work with me at the UN General Assembly to make sure that you get the requisite support, human capital, equipment, and also other resources to make sure that you deliver on this mandate.
President Ruto, who met with police officers involved in the mission, emphasized Kenya's commitment to ensuring the mission's success. He also met with the President Edgar Lolo Blanc of the Transitional Presidential Council, reaffirming Kenya's role in rallying the world's attention to Haiti's needs.
There are many people who thought this Haiti was mission impossible, but today they have changed their mind because of the progress you have made in collaboration with Haitian National Police. Today there is a lot more confidence that the job of stabilizing Haiti, of dealing with gangs in Haiti and violence, and making sure that we free the people of Haiti is possible.
The president highlighted the mission has already injected hope into the Haitian people, urging local stakeholders, including leaders, women, and youth, to seize the moment for progressive change. He praised the Kenyan officers for securing critical infrastructure and restoring peace in previously unstable regions, noting that their work has changed perceptions about the feasibility of the mission.
I also wish to appreciate you for your resilience, demonstrated by achieving such impressive success with minimal equipment. Without a doubt, you will do even better and go much further when more equipment and resources are made available to you. And I want to commit to you that I will do everything possible to make sure that you have additional personnel, more equipment, and be better resourced.
As Kenya continues to play a pivotal role in this United Nations-backed mission, President Ruto reaffirmed the nation's commitment to supporting Haiti's path to peace and self-determination. Brenda Nyongesa, KUTV.
Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has asked President William Ruto to fulfill the promise he made during the 2022 campaign to protect him. Leaders allied to the Deputy President have strongly criticized the looming impeachment motion, stating that if such a motion is brought to Parliament, it will be the President's own doing. Our political reporter Dennis Munyinaret.
As the rift within the Kenya Kwanza government widens, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua and his allies have sustained their onslaught against President William Ruto's camp. Speaking during a church service in Thika, Gachagua warned Ruto that if UDA is not reformed, he risks losing the trust of the people of Mount Kenya and nothing will be able to save the situation.
I want to ask my brother, my Vice President William Ruto, to be cautious and do the right thing. Let's keep our house together. Let us not be disruptive. And let us not reintroduce the politics of betrayal.
Gachagua said that no one would trust him again if he allows his allies to humiliate him. Gachagua warned that Ruto risks losing the support of the Mount Kenya region if his allies continue with their plan to remove him from office.
President William Ruto is the greatest beneficiary of the peoples of Mount Kenya district for betrayal. Our people hate betrayal, and they are very unforgiving if you betray them. I ask my brother, President William Ruto, not to be tempted to go to that direction, because these people will be very unforgiving.
Former UDA Secretary General Cleophas Malala has claimed that Suna East MP Junet Mohammed and his counterpart from Homa Bay Town Peter Kaluma are planning to present a motion to remove Gachagua from office next week. Malala has called on President William Ruto to stop this plan, stating that it will also harm Ruto in the upcoming general election.
Hawa watu ambao unataka kutumia kutoa naibu wako wa rais ambaye alisimama na wewe, unaweza kuwa unadhania you are impeaching Rigathi Gachagua, kumbe umeanza safari yako ya kujitoa kwa kiti wewe mwenyewe.
Malala's statement was supported by Githunguri Member of Parliament Gathoni wa Mushomba, Karungudangwa and Mijadong, who said that if the motion is brought to Parliament, it must mean that Ruto has allowed and accepted it.
Tunamwambia impeachment motion ikiletwa bunge, tunajua ni yeye anatumana.
Rais, hata kama huna heshima na kura za Tharaka Nithi, hata kama huna heshima na kura za Murang'a, na kuomba nikiwa hapa Kiambu, hizo kura tulikupatia na kuomba zipatie heshima. Wachana na Rigathi wa Gachagua afanye kazi ile tulimpatia.
The relationship between the president and his deputy seems to be deteriorating day by day. Dennis Munyi, KUTV.
At the same time, Kakamega Governor Fernandez Barasa is the recent leader to criticize the second in command for unmasking his boss during an interview with the media. According to Governor Barasa, Rigathi Gachagua should settle issues between him and his boss without having to politicize them in the media. Machakos Governor Wavinya Ndetu, in support of Barasa, called on leaders to practice honesty when addressing Kenyans.
Kakamega Governor Fernandez Barasa is the recent leader to criticize the second in command for unmasking his boss during an interview with the media. According to Governor Barasa, Rigathi Gachagua should settle issues between him and his boss without having to politicize them in the media. Machakos Governor Wavinya Ndetu, in support of Barasa, called on leaders to practice honesty before Kenyans.
Tumeona Rigathi Gachagua akisomea rais kwa TV, and yet you are part of the presidency. If you have any issues, bwana DP, wewe enda ongea na mdosi wako Daktari William Samoei Ruto ili utatue chini ya maji, ili utatue shida ambayo uko nayo. Sisi tunasema ya kwamba you must respect the president who is the commander in chief.
Tunapiga watoto wetu au majenzi tukisema wanafanya mambo mabaya ama nini. But monkey see monkey do. Hawa vijana vile wanaona sisi tunabebana kama viongozi, tunatukanana, tunafanya nini? Sasa tukifanya hivyo na wao watafanya nini?
Kapsaret Member of Parliament Oscar Sudi, on his part, has called on the DP to stop tribal politics, highlighting that the politics being seen now is as a result of disrespect between leaders in the Kenya Kwanza camp. Sudi, who has been in the front line against Gachagua, has called on leaders not to use their position to attack others.
Isiwe wewe unasimama kila siku na kusema ati mimi ni msema kweli. Na wewe ndio uongo mkubwa. Wewe unaongoza kwa uongo. Unaongea uongo usiku, unaongea uongo mchana. Mambo unaongea ukishika microphone, mambo tofauti unaongea ukiwa kwa ofisi. Hiyo ni kwa kiongozi kweli.
The differences in the Kenya Kwanza camp have headlined the politics in Kenya, with the latest being that among the United Democratic Alliance, where exchange of word was seen particularly on the leadership of the party. Gachagua and his allies have, however, continued to call on the president to take a side in this politics or call his house to order.
Kwa hivyo tunataka kumwambia mdosi ambaye ni rais wa jamhuri, wewe umetukera sana na tumekuona mahali unatuelekeza na unatupeleka kwa simu kama jamii ya Mlima, na tutakataa hatutakubali kwenda hiyo barabara. Wewe unataka kuenda Mlima, umebeba grupu ya wabunge, umewatesa kwako State House kila siku na kuwapatia mandora lakini ukumbuke kura ziko ground, kura haziko na hao. Sasa wapezangu,
DP Gachagua has continuously called on the Mount Kenya community to wait for his direction concerning the route to take once things get heated up. The president, on his part, has been seen to maintain silence, with Kenyans hoping that the temperatures will fall to allow service delivery. Edward Nyamo, KUTV.
Now moving on to news across our borders, the US presidential candidates have focused mainly on hot button issues such as immigration, abortion, and the economy. But the culture clash over how to handle gender identity matters in schools is also a campaign issue, with loud voices on all sides. VOA's Lorez Foreman reports.
Elementary and secondary education, which is available free of charge from local governments in the United States, is not a top issue in this year's U.S. presidential election. It didn't even come up during the debate between the two candidates, former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris. The issue is, however, near the top of the list for these mothers who gathered recently in Washington at a rally organized by a coalition of conservative groups. Natalia Marakfer, a registered Democrat, told VOA she is switching tickets to vote Republican in this election, mostly because of education. She said she doesn't want gender identity to be taught in public schools.
I think it's common sense that these are conversations that need to be had in the home. You also have to ask, why is this material being introduced now, and what material is it replacing? We have literacy rates that are abysmal, math, science.
For former teacher Patty Alexander, the issue is transgender people playing in children's sports leagues.
Biological boys should play in boys' sports. Boys could hurt girls, and for girls' safety, we need girls and biological girls in girls' sports.
Other mothers told VOA they are wary of the U.S. Department of Education, which they think has too much control over local school systems. Among them are Rebecca Weber.
I think that we need a complete overhaul. I think that government has gotten too big.
And Sam Sorbo.
Yes, we should abolish the Department of Education. I don't know why we have a Department of Education.
These mothers will be voting for Trump. Other parents say they take a different view and do not identify with Trump or the Republican Party.
Kamala Harris believes that I exist and Trump doesn't.
A mother who identifies as queer, Professor Bethy Leonardi, founded a group that works for acceptance of LGBTQ plus youth in schools. She says gender identity education curriculums are needed, even at a young age.
I have a 5-year-old, and gender is one of the first conversations that we have. There are kids very young who are coming out as trans, and so in their schools and in their classrooms, it is really important that other students understand what it means to be transgender.
Parents should not be worried about transgender kids playing in school sports leagues, said parent and professor Elizabeth Meyer, who studies this issue.
Just saying that a trans person is all of a sudden going to be faster, stronger, more dangerous, more skilled somehow to the other kids is really misunderstanding the natural variation that happens in a group of kids.
And Meyer is no fan of Trump.
When one candidate, Trump, who is talking about dismantling the federal Department of Education, that will totally harm all kinds of programs that impact all kinds of children across the country.
Trump opposes transgender people playing in girls' sports and gender identity education in public schools. Those on the opposite side of these issues say Harris is with them. And Trump has talked of banning the education department. Harris wants to keep it.
On that note, we are taking a very fast break on the broadcast tonight. Don't go far, we'll be back with more stories.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audiovisual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
Are you healthy, or rather, do you maintain a healthy lifestyle? According to WHO, health is regarded as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease. Welcome to Focus on Health, a show on all matters health, wellness, and lifestyle. On this show, we cover a wide variety of topics inclusive of, but not limited to, dental, optical, mental, reproductive health, and so much more. Join me, Joy Bofenda, every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. on KUTV for compelling insights and discussions on all matters health. See you then.
Focus on Health, your weekly dose of health and wealth information on KUTV.
Get ready to embark on a journey into the exciting world of technology as we uncover the latest trends, interview top thought leaders, and dive deep into the world of tech like never before.
Currently, we are facing the challenge in terms of finance. It requires one to move from different counties because we really need a large data set for our model to be more accurate.
In this new and exciting series of the Technovation Show, join me, Yvonne Kimuma, every Monday 8:30 p.m. for a fun and thrilling experience as we explore the cutting-edge developments, meet visionaries driving change.
Somebody with the underground mind doesn't know the present of God. So there are a lot of gases involved. There is methane, there's carbon monoxide, and there's also hydrogen gas. These gases actually, they are very dangerous and they're very toxic.
And discover the endless possibilities of the tech world.
Maelfu na maelfu ya wahamiaji wakiwa na watoto kutoka nchi za Amerika ya Kati wanaendelea kuwasili kwenye mpaka kati ya Marekani na Mexico.
Folks, I'm going. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ni habari kutoka pembe zote duniani.
Pepo pasi vuguvugu. Pepo pa ni idea.
Tazidi ananyonya, hanyonyi vizuri, anakuwa hayuko comfortable.
Jeshi la Jamhuri ya Kidemokrasia ya Kongo linapambana na uasi wa ADF.
Kwa sasa wanatoa wito kwa mashirika, makampuni na vilevile vituo vya uchukuzi.
Mambo mengi yatakwenda kama yalivyopangwa.
Hapa ni kuna mmoja wa viongozi wa chama cha wavuvi katika eneo hili.
Zaidi tunajaribu kuwapa chanjo ili ina boost ama inanyanyua kinga ya mwili, hiyo inaweza kupelekea kupambana na virusi.
Ni duniani leo, Jumatatu mpaka Ijumaa, moja kwa moja kutoka Washington DC.
You are watching Weekend Live with Anyango Sylvia.
Welcome back. Remember to keep interacting with us on our social media platforms. This broadcast is live on YouTube at KUTV News Kenya, and you can also engage with us on X at KUTV_Kenya. Now, in agribusiness tonight, chaos erupted at Kimunye Tea Factory in Gichugu, Kirinyaga County as farmers protested over low annual bonus payment for their green leaf. According to the farmers, they are protesting the Community Factory Management Board's announcement of a bonus of 51 shillings per kilogram, a figure they deemed inadequate. Listening.
Wakulima wa Kimunye Tea Factory tumeamua kitu moja ya kwanza, hatuchuni majani tena kama pesa haipatikani.
Wakatulia tukajaribu kuwaelezea kwamba pesa yao ilikuwa 51 kwa kilo na kukuwa na pesa nyingine imebaki ambayo tunaweza kujadiliwa ati kwamba itaongezewa. Hali hiyo walielezwa na zone manager na akasema kwamba pesa ambayo ilistahili factory ya Kimunye ni shilingi 51. So swali lingine lilitokea ni kwamba pesa ya Kimunye ilienda wapi? Tuliweza kulipa fertilizer ambayo subsidy hapo tulikuwa tumeambiwa tutapewa na serikali haikufika kwa wakati.
Kwa leo hakuna hesabu ambazo zimetolewa na wale madirector walikuwa pale, na ni muhimu ndio haki ionekane kutendeka. Watu wapewe mahesabu yao kamili ilivyo ndio waweze kuridhika. Kwa hivyo mimi nafuatilia na nasema haki ya wakulima ifanyike, lakini nao wakifuatilia haki yao wafuatilie kwa amani, wasiharibu mali ya factory.
In sports tonight, the Deputy Chief of the Staff in the Executive Office of the President, Eliud Owalo, alongside football legends, is calling for urgent reforms to boost the game's prospects. According to Owalo, fixing administrative issues is critical to attracting sponsorships and involving players' welfare, which would in turn help the sport grow. Accompanied by former Harambee Stars players including John, Bobby, Ogola and George Onyango, Owalo stressed that good governance at all levels, from local clubs to national bodies, is essential for creating opportunities for young talent. The call for better governance comes at a time when Kenya is struggling to revive its football fortunes, and the hopes are that with the right reforms, the game can regain its lost glory.
One of the challenges we have in soccer is bad governance. If we can fix the governance, then we should be able to attract money into what? Into football. But the private sector at times fears putting its money into football because of bad what? Or bad governance. So let us have the players bring their bit, but also on the side of management of the club, let us also have officials doing their bit by exercising good governance so that you can attract sponsorship into football. You are lucky today that you have got officials who are concerned about the welfare of the players, and you even have a players welfare association, which they didn't have those days. You have a players welfare association. So ours is to wish you the best. We'll continue supporting you people depending on unfolding events from time to time.
In the FKF Premier League, Kariobangi Sharks delivered a dominant performance, thrashing Murang'a Seal 3-0 at Dandora Stadium. Meanwhile, Tusker FC and Kakamega Homeboys played out a thrilling 2-2 draw at Kenyatta Stadium. At Ulinzi Sports Complex, Ulinzi Stars and Shabana FC also settled for a 2-2 stalemate in an exciting clash that saw both sides share the points. Alright, and in the just concluded match, Manchester City has secured a point against Arsenal at Etihad. Arsenal, a draw. You can do better unless you be called the Draw FC. Now that marks the end of our broadcast tonight. Thank you so much for choosing KUTV and for staying with us this far. On behalf of the production team led by my director, Brenda Wanjiku Wanjuri, thank you so much for keeping it KUTV. Our sign language interpreter tonight With Lucy Kiaria and Anyango Sylvia. Have a good night.